So, yeah. Yep. That's a perfect start. It's 3:01 in the morning. Lots of shit happening at the moment. So as I said, we enter into my heart space. We've been talking about. Already hit a high point in it. I had a revelation I posted on Facebook there a while back. Whenever a lot of times when I have revelations, the song "What If" by Everlast comes to me in some way or another. You know, I have it on YouTube Music, but it's like I listen to it at the right moment or something whenever I have a revelation. And I guess it's just before. No, before or after. I can't remember now. I'm kind of entering into the darkness of my heart, though, I guess. It ain't a guess. I know I am. I've been laying in bed. And I knew this was going to happen. It happens every stage, you know. It's part of the process, right? So anyway, I listened to that song earlier, and it really touched me emotionally. I think it's a very, very deep song. Lots of just compassion and understanding and love involved in that song. So it's coming up nearly on a year since I quit talking to my ex. It was the end of this month. I don't remember like the date or nothing. Toward the end of this month, though, when we just finally completely quit talking, I blocked her, and I had enough, and I know you know she had enough too, and we went separate ways. So makes perfect sense that I would be coming into my heart right now. You know, timing is always perfect. It really is. The way things work out. I think I'm getting delirious. Oh, man. My arms look bare. Probably is. I was swinging the damn mall pretty fucking good today, or yesterday. I gave myself a pretty good workout there. And it didn't even get tired, man. Felt good. Got this food in my body. My body feels good. That's also coming from my heart. So a lot of stuff coming from my heart right now. I'm definitely in my heart. My body is moving. So when your heart's open, your body you move, man. You move freely. Your body does. I can dance and just move much more freely than I could a month or two ago. I'm not a good dancer, but still, yet I can tell my body's loose. My body's loosened up. It's not stiff and rigid and shit, you know. So working's easier because it's easier. Your body moves freely, man, and you don't you exert as much energy when you're when you're relaxed and you know you're not all tense and stuff. Being tense and stressed out or worried or just being tense in general, rigid, really sucks a lot of energy out of you, life and energy, and it makes work. You'll get wore out very easily and stuff. You know, man, I was able to go today and uh, just killing it, dude. Swinging over, splitting mall. It's um. Laying in bed here, I hadn't been able to sleep. I ate a good bit of food, you know, like last night stuff, but that ain't why. I had the same issue last year. It's just kind of everything that's going on, part of it. Just what I'm going through. Last year in January, actually, I was up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning doing a jigsaw puzzle. Well, this year, 3 in the morning, and I come in here and worked on a jigsaw puzzle. And let me tell you, this fucking jigsaw puzzle also tells me how I'm functioning and operating on the inside. Back when I was connected to God, me and my ex started this jigsaw puzzle together. And I would inspect each fucking piece, which is what I started doing this time at first. I would look at each piece very, very, very closely and carefully. And I would look at the box, the image on the box, because it's very fine detailed. Like all the details on the picture of the box match the puzzles. The other one I done last year wasn't like that. I had to do it a different way. Um, so that really it teaches you, trains your mind and your eyes and stuff to pay very, very close attention to detail. Now I was doing that this year with this one. But what I remember though is I also had this natural ability. Like I could pick up a piece when I was connected to God. When me and her started this, I could pick up a piece and look at it, and I could just pretty well tell, just feel like which way was up and down on it or something. You know, I could look at it and be like, oh, I'm pretty sure it goes this way. And then I would look on the box and find where it was at and put it in. And I was most often right. And when you think that might be easy, but kind of, well, it ain't going to focus for you. But trust me, it's not fucking easy to tell which way that goes. It's okay. What is up or down on it, or left or right. Now I figured out a little trick. You can look on the back and tell which way the things are running. So I know that now. I don't know if I knew that then or not. Lots and lots of different ways that you can figure it out, but you got to pay close attention to detail. And this is just a jigsaw puzzle, but this will train your mind and train you and your heart. Your heart will get involved in this too. If you open your heart up, you'll be able to feel. You can almost just feel certain things, So it helps to get everything aligned. Your head and your heart and your eyes and all that stuff working together. So, it's, I guess, trying to feel around. It's like feeling around in the dark at the moment. Because like I said, I'm kind of in the dark in here. But that's what you got to do. I still do. I can still feel a little bit. It's coming along. I was laying in bed in there fucking... And I had dark shit coming up in me. Evil, corruption coming up. Stuff that's come up always before. Every time I get into a stage or something, I need to purify it. That same stuff comes back up. It's a little bit different each time, but a lot of times it's a lot of the same stuff. Like I was laying in there thinking about, this girl that I met at a restaurant, I actually asked her out and she turned me down. For good reason. I was not at all over my ex, and she was young, and I saw a lot of my ex in her attitude and the way she looked and stuff and acted, and so that was like that part of me wanting my ex back. I asked her out. So I was thinking about her, and I would actually like to apologize about it because I asked her out like in where she worked at her restaurant stuff, and I'm pretty sure I embarrassed her because things were awkward between us after that. Like before that, she loved talking to me and stuff, and she's a nice girl, real nice girl. But then it kind of made things awkward. I don't know. I'd like to apologize. I still would like to go out with her, but not in that manner. Maybe just go out as friends. I don't know if I had to. I would like to do that, but I don't even know. That's something I would have to face a fear there, of actually trying to talk to her, figure out how to talk to her, and even get to that point of asking her again. But hopefully I do, because that would be a good thing. I would have to, push myself there outside my comfort zone and also challenge my own communicative skills, communicative skills. I don't know what you call that. But, I don't know about that. I'm just talking. I was thinking about that laying in bed though, and then I'm thinking about her led to my ex, because like I say, I correlated them two together. She reminded me of my ex in a lot of ways. So then I started thinking about my ex, and then I started thinking about like, what if my ex comes back, or how would I handle that situation? And then it got into me and her having sex, and basically all I'm laying there back there thinking is like, if we ended up having sex, I wouldn't even want to be with her if we just, I don't know, got together and had sex right away or something. But so that's evil, though. That's evil. That's corruption that is slipping in. It's in here, and it's very, very fucking sneaky, sly, deceitful. Okay, it doesn't want you to realize what it's doing. These thoughts, these dark, evil thoughts, will come up, and the next thing you know, they will take you to. They'll have you in a place that you didn't want to go to. They'll lead you back into temptation, trying to cause you to sin. Against yourself, to hurt yourself, do something that's going to hurt yourself, because you're trying to purify that evil, and that evil does not want you to purify it. It wants to hold on to that comfort zone that it has. It has built a comfort zone inside your body, inside your mind, and your heart. Okay, and it does not want you evicting it. Okay, or purifying it, or whatever. It doesn't want you fucking up that comfort zone, right? But you have to. That's what you got to do if you want to heal and grow and become godlike or better yourself. Break away from addictions and shit. You gotta be very, very wise. Pay very, very close attention to details. Okay, so y'all think this shit's just fun entertainment or something? No, little dumb shit like this right here will help you clean your fucking act up. My ex, when I connected to God, you want to know what she was doing? She was in state custody. She learned how to quilt. She was out doing proactive, is that the right word? Proactive things. Productive, good, healthy things. They took them around different places, but she was quilting and doing artwork and stuff. And then when she moved in with me, she was painting and doing creative artwork and stuff. And she was, my God, perfectly healthy, innocent. She was in her innocence, just like I was in my innocence. I was doing, I was doing some dumb shit, but I was creative, very creative, working all the time. I say dumb shit, it wasn't dumb. Man, I was very creative. I tried building my own plow for a garden, pull behind the truck and plow a garden. Did I succeed? No, I didn't succeed. I probably would have if I wouldn't have. I'm sure I would have if things wouldn't have went to shit, because I was constantly adjusting and working on it and making it work or improving it. But then just everything, I fell away from God, and I fell away from that creativity, and everything went to shit. Okay, but I was doing stuff like that, very creative stuff with my hands. I've always worked in my life. I love working, and but being able to take my creativity and apply it to my work, there's nothing better. That's a passion. That's a love, man. When you just do straight line motherfucking work like everybody does in this country, and it's just for money, dude, that fucking kills you. That kills you on the inside. Your heart has nothing to do. There's no creativity or nothing. There's no fun and enjoyment. In your work. And that's why people these days, they go to work and all they want to do is dick off. They want to joke and fucking be goofy or something. They don't want to work, because the work is like assembly line type fucking work, dude. Straight line, boring shit. There's no passion in it. There's no joy and reward from what they do. Like they don't get to apply their full self to it. So we got a lot of people fucking dicking off and being stupid. And then what do you get from that? You get a bunch of fucking OSHA goddamn rules and laws, safety fucking rules and building codes and all this dumb shit that makes work even more fucking miserable. And stupid and complicated, especially for the actual working man. The man is trying to get shit done. Uh, the man that loves working, he's going to do a good job. If he loves what he's doing, he's going to do a good job. He doesn't need goddamn building codes and all that other dumb shit to tell him how to do something right. Okay? So we need that creativity back in our workforce. We need that freedom of expression and stuff. And that's why it's happening. It's happening all the time. I see creative house designs, and I see so much creativity coming out in our country right now because we have all the motherfucking houses we need. We don't need any more fucking square, goddamn ordinary houses. We don't need any more assembly line bullshit. We need more custom, creative work coming from people's hearts. Okay? And I love seeing that. I see that all over, man. It's fucking beautiful. I make my own handles for my splitting maul and stuff, axes and hatchets, you know. And I was very, very rough around the edges when I first started, but, you know, I've made a handful of them are better now. And they improve all the time. They're getting better all the time. And I love that because I hate going to the fucking store, buying a goddamn handle, and it breaks within 3 months. It ain't worth fuck. Trash, junk. Well, motherfucker, I can make a handle, $20 at least to buy one out of the store. And then I have to take the time and put it in the fucking mall or an axe head or whatever. So I can make my own fucking handle in an hour or two. And they last well longer. Fuck, I modified my maul. I welded a goddamn metal plate on the front of it about 4 inches up from the head to protect the handle so it don't get busted up and shit, you know. I love doing creative stuff like that. That's good. So, see, here again, this is going to be chaotic. Going through the heart is just like the world. There's caves, there's mountains and valleys, there's oceans, there's fucking storms, all kinds of shit in the heart. It is the world. I said before, the heart is where your love's at, and the love is just like the world. It's chaotic, buddy. It's everything, a little bit of everything, dude. A little bit of everything. There's dark places and cracks and crevices in there that you could search your heart till the day you die, and you'll never know all of it, okay? Even your own heart. That's just the way it is. You don't know if you love something until you try it. Oftentimes, you don't know if you love something until you done fell in love with it. You fall in love with it before you even realize what the fuck's going on, what happened. That's what happened to me and my ex, you know. So the heart is a mysterious place. You know, Revelations, the Bible says the final battle against evil is. See, I just learned something. I just pieced something together talking to y'all. The final battle is against mystery, the mother of Babylon. Mystery. This world is a mystery. A woman is a mystery. Your heart is a mystery. Okay? The only way to defeat it, you got to go through it. So you have to learn to feel your way through it. And open this thing up. Open that thing up in there, your pineal gland, your third eye, okay? That's the only way you're going to be able to see your way through your heart, okay? And guess what? Whoa, what'd I say I had to do? I had to look very, very, very closely at puzzle pieces. Dude, I'm telling you, nothing is accident. Nothing is fucking accident, man. I've been on this journey for a long time. And I know when God is guiding me. And how God is guiding me. I've been through it all before already. Okay? The first time I done it for a woman. I loved her. The second time I done it, LSD through drugs, I guess, you know. This time I'm doing it through sobriety. Okay. So LSD blew my mind open the first time. Last December, I took LSD. Last January, I done a jigsaw puzzle. Okay. And ever since this whole past year, I have been quitting all those addictions. And then finally, guess what? When was it? It was in December, I believe. that I finally quit. Yeah, December. The whole month of December, actually. Somebody gave me some weed at the beginning of December, and throughout that month, I drank 3 bottles of tequila. Smoked weed and drank tequila that whole month. So that was like an addictive month. But after that month, I hit January, buddy, and it was like, cut it off. I enter into a new stage. So I talked in my other video about coming up for my foundation, okay? So I guess what I did was built my foundation by getting rid of all the addictions that brought me down, all the way down to my sober self, to my bottom, rock bottom. Now here's another thing that adds up. So I'm just now piecing this shit together, man, talking to y'all. This is why I'm doing this, man. It's fucking amazing. All right. I took LSD in December. I felt like I hit rock bottom with LSD. I did. I hit a rock bottom right there. And there was nowhere to go but up. In a sense, I could say I had to go up. Now, I had to tear my house down to the foundation, tear all the drugs, get rid of all the drugs and everything, get back down to my foundation. But at the same time, that is forward progress. So that's still moving up in a spiritual sense. Okay? So you could say I went from hell back then. I hit rock bottom with LSD. I was down in the pits of hell, buddy. All right. The pinnacle of hell. So as above, so below. You ever seen the image with the pyramid? And it's a pyramid going up and a pyramid going down. Or the image of a tree where the tree goes up and branches all out. And the roots go down and they branch all out. Same thing. Okay. Well, I was at the fucking pinnacle at the bottom. At the very goddamn bottom, buddy. So what I do, I had to build myself up from the pinnacle all the way up to the foundation, the earth, ground level there. All right. And that's where, I guess, where I hit at the end of December pretty much, just before this month. Because the beginning of this month is when I started. The first Saturday of January is when I went to that Lakota Sweat Lodge. And man, I quit drinking, quit weed, all that stuff. And that was the very first thing that just opened me up. So I found my foundation. I come up to my foundation there by getting sober. And then the Sweat Lodge opened me up. Actually, I could say that the Sweat Lodge opened me up opened my mouth up. So it allowed my foundation to flow out. Words. Remember I said in my last video, words are your foundation. Like you have your asshole is your foundation, but the only way to bring that out into the open is through words. It's got to come all the way up and out your mouth. Okay, well, I found my foundation, and then I went to that Sweat Lodge, and that Sweat Lodge opened me up and allowed it to flow out into the open. And then I have begun to build my house here as we go. All right. God, I love this, dude. I love this. This is why I love this, man. I love talking to y'all. I teach myself too. You don't need nobody in this world to teach you nothing. Everything you need to know is inside of you. You just got to figure out how the fuck to get it out. Okay? Just like pleasing yourself. Some people are afraid to goddamn touch yourself. I told my ex, I thought, you need to learn to goddamn please yourself. Because she was afraid. She was afraid to goddamn do that shit. Like, she had to have somebody else do it for her. I'm like, goddamn, you need to figure yourself out there. You know? Stop expecting everybody else to figure you out and do shit for you. That was our whole goddamn problem. I had to do everything. Thank for her and fucking tell her how to do shit. And so, anyways, I know how to please myself. I've been doing it since I was just a goddamn kid, buddy. I know how to work with myself here. This is why I'm a special motherfucker. This is why I talk to myself and don't talk to other goddamn idiots. You know, that's literally how I found God, was by being alone so fucking much and having conversation with myself. The first time I connected to God, I had no other choice but to get sober, because I was on a home confinement. I had a piss test every week. Okay, so couldn't smoke or drink alcohol or none of that shit. I didn't have sex. I didn't jack off or watch porn because I didn't want to do that without my ex. So I had to get completely sober. And in the process of doing that, frustration built up so goddamn bad inside of me, buddy. Uh, I would pace back and forth in my goddamn house. Pace back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I would motherfucking be pissed. I would talk out loud, yelling, hollering, or just about everything that was going on. Whatever was going on in my mind, all the bad thoughts and the bad feelings, it flowed out through my mouth. Okay. And the reason I had to do that with myself was because I couldn't fucking speak honestly to nobody else. I couldn't tell nobody what was going on with me, and it just built up so much. The court systems, I wasn't able to go into the courtroom and tell the truth in there, because if I would have fucking incriminated myself and ended up in goddamn prison, for just because I fucking fell in love and tried to do the right thing, literally. That's why it says in Revelations, in the trials and tribulations, a man of God, a man going through the trials and tribulations, is very likely to end up in jail for 10 days or so. I was in jail for like 14 days, okay? And so I opened up, man. All that pressure, I had to go fucking somewhere, dude. So I opened up. Let me just go ahead and do this now. I've been thinking about it. Let me go and get it out of the way. The other side of it, well, let me just show you. Got a mouse trap down here. That's one door I beat the fuck out of a few different times. You can't really see it unpainted. This is subflooring. So you can kind of see those holes. There was a hole here, like an actual a hole. Took a fucking crowbar. Don't pay no attention to my fucking painting shit on the floor. Took a crowbar and fucking first time I smacked the damn floor, I guess I hit a goddamn floor joist down in there, one of those metal fucking beams under the trailer. And that wasn't good enough for me. It dented the floor, but that wasn't good enough. I whacked the motherfucker 2 more times and got a fucking hole in it. So what I do, I took some fucking sawdust, put in a hole, took some wood glue and put in there, and then I took some epoxy and put over that, and I patched the fucking hole up. So, this is my front door. There. Here's 2 more fist marks. That's my front door. The road's right out there. Everybody gets to see that. Okay. When you want to find God, buddy, you're going to go through shit. You are going to go through frustration. You're going to look fucking crazy. Hell, they've goddamn got Christian fucking movies that portray that. What's the name of that one movie? Fireproof or something, I think. Fireproof, yeah. That old fucking man takes his computer outside because he's addicted to porn, and he lives in a neighborhood. And he takes a damn crowbar or a baseball bat or something and beats the fuck out of his computer. And his neighbor, when he gets done, he looks over and his neighbor is just standing there looking at him. And he just throws his hand up, walks back inside. And then he comes out and does it another time. He beats the shit out of his trash can. And he looks over when he's done, and his neighbor's standing over there looking at him, and he waves and goes inside, and his neighbor looks at his wife, and he's like, there's something wrong with that boy. You're going to go through shit, buddy. When you goddamn going to God, you're getting your shit cleaned out and getting right with yourself, you're going to fucking go through that shit, okay? There ain't no goddamn ifs, ands, or buts about it. You will. You fucking will. If you're addicted, if you got goddamn evil and corruption inside of you, you're going to go through it. This is why I goddamn I got sick. Everybody fucking telling me, you do have to learn to be easy on yourself. So you got to learn to put your foot down with yourself, but you also have to learn to be easy on yourself. You got to learn to find perfect balance between masculine and feminine. You have to learn when to be masculine and firm with yourself, and when to be feminine and gentle and accepting with yourself. You see, when you learn how to treat yourself properly, then and only then will you know how to treat your partner properly, or your children, or any fucking buddy else in the world. Okay? Now, here's something else I'm going to tell you that I just pieced together. Actually, whenever I fucking had that little moment of excitement, I said I pieced something together. Oh, no, it wasn't, actually. I think I already covered that. But here's another thing I pieced together just this morning. Okay? Here not long ago. Laying in bed, actually, I think I put this one together, is that LSD, I took LSD, told y'all 4 times. Okay? Numbers. I've been talking about numbers in TikTok. You see how all this is suddenly connecting? I've been talking about shit for a month now, and I told y'all to keep up with all my videos. Watch all my fucking videos. I didn't know everything that was going on, but as time goes on, I'm connecting and piecing shit together now. I'm understanding. It's unfolding as we go. This is how God works. God will lead you here and lead you over there and there and here and there. Okay, all over the goddamn place. It's like my journey in the woods. I was up and down the mountains, in and out of hollers. I was lost most of the time, but I always made it where I needed to fucking make it to. Okay. So LSD, it took 4 times. I've been talking about numbers and chakra points. The heart is your 4th chakra point. Now, I had a buddy told me he recommended taking 7 tabs of LSD. I ended up taking 4 tabs, was the most that I was able to take because I run out. He sent me 10 tabs total. 10 is a wholesome, godly number. 10 is I forget where that comes from. I don't know if that's in the Bible or what that is. The tree of life has 10 levels on it. Your crown chakra is the 10th level in the tree of life, okay? So, the chakra points I'm talking about, there are 7 of. So 7 is a wholesome number. 10 is a wholesome number. 10, look at that, 1 and 0. The 2 numbers that make up everything. Okay. So 4 tabs of LSD. Your heart is the 4th chakra point. I was 4 years old when my mother and father got divorced. That is when everything went dark on me in my life for the first time. I have memories from when I was 3 or 4 before the divorce. I have memories. After the divorce, things went dark. I don't remember shit until my dad and stepmom got together. Okay? So for me, going into my heart here, going in that 4th point, things kind of get dark, man. I gotta fumble my fucking way around. I got to. This time is going to be different than before because this time I'm learning to love myself. So I get to love myself through it. Instead of shutting off and going in complete darkness, I believe that I actually have to awaken. So I have to go through the darkness in my heart and then come out into the light. The heart is the world, the earth, right? So imagine a seed in the earth. Okay, once it comes out of the earth, it is in the light. Now, there may be other trees and stuff cast shade here and there, but that's all right. Shade's fucking nice. I like some shade, baby. It feels good. A little cool breeze and some shade on a sunny day. So anyways, I'll be coming up into the light, okay? From here on up, it'll be light, baby. There ain't nothing but my voice. And I've been loosening that thing up ever since the foundation. You know, that one should just... should fucking pretty well already be open, you know. I would say my speech and my communication would probably drastically improve once I get through this heart point here, this chakra point. So many things just piecing together here. So many things piecing together. There was another one there I was just going to talk about. I forget. I don't know. I want to say this before I forget, though. I was talking about, my mind took me into having sex with my ex and stuff. So that was temptation. And I was thinking, like, it was like, I don't know if we went out to eat or something on a date. Like, where would we go? Like, I could ask for something like Buffalo Wild Wings or a steakhouse. And I just had this imagination of her picking the Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm like, okay, well, that's a more fun, entertaining place. A steakhouse would be a more respectable, civilized place for a serious type of relationship. So that's, this is how my mind is leading me, very subtly and delicately leading me to a bad place. So, I imagine her picking Buffalo Wild Wings because, I don't know, it's just how I imagined it. Uh, Probably, I don't know, I can't say it would be that way or wouldn't. That's just what I imagine. Um, and so then I went off to thinking about, like, well, okay, I'd probably just, okay. From there, from that point, what do I do? Do I just go ahead and call it quits and walk away, or just go ahead and take her home and fuck her because she's going, if that's what she chooses, the fun and entertainment, she would probably be down to fuck, right? So I can just goddamn take her home and fuck her and then leave her. Maybe fuck her a few times and then leave her. And you see, that's my brain leading me into a very bad situation. Temptation. This is where I got lost the last fucking time, dude. This is where I fucked up the last time. Was when I was going through my heart. I was supposed to go in the woods and be with God. Go in the woods. So go into the world, the physical world, and be with God. Instead of choosing God, I went and saw her and I asked her to marry me and I had sex with her and then I tried going off into the woods. The instant that I made the decision to go see her, to take a little detour out of my plan with God and go see her and ask her to marry me, the instant here in this trailer, when I decided to do that, I felt disconnection with God. Disalignment, or is that a proper word? Disalignment with myself, my head and my heart. Disconnection with life, with the life energy and the flow that I was in. So, it says in the Bible that a man thinks about another woman, he commits sin. If a man is married and thinks about another woman in a sexual manner or something, he sins. That's all it fucking takes, buddy. I promise you, that's all it takes. One little mistake in here. Okay. Now, so that was before Christ come. That was when I was connected to God in an Old Testament manner. So in a physical manner, that's why I had to go into the physical world, and that's where my journey was supposed to be. This time, Christ has come around, and it's in a spiritual manner. I got to go through the world inside of me, my own heart inside of me. And I guarantee you it will be I'll be just as lost as I was out there in them woods. I mean, I already was, kind of. Laying back there in bed and stuff, I got lost in my thoughts. I already got lost, And now, I guess here, I'm finding some clarity talking to y'all, but it's hard to tell. I don't know. I'm not out of the woods yet. And that's something it's like I keep going in and out of the woods all the time. What the fuck is up? Every time I go into a new stage, it's like going into the woods, and then every time I complete it, it's like coming out of the woods into the light, back into light and understanding and purpose. Every time I go into the woods, it's like going into confusion and chaos, and I don't know what my purpose is other than to just go on an adventure with God or something, just going into the woods, man, to be with God, to work on myself, to improve myself or something. Okay. So see, I had all these pieces here. I had them placed and organized very neatly. And some motherfucking how, just by, I don't know, I walk around, let's just say I bump something here just a little bit or bump one of them at the moment. That's why I keep looking at them. They're not right. They're all fucked up. They're getting chaotic. Now I organize these. I got all these organized on the outside. Um, so there's like I said before with God, there's always order inside the chaos, but there's goddamn chaos here too. Um, Eyes are very dark, I've noticed. Well, they're kind of blue there. They was blue earlier. It was a lot bluer earlier. Let me tell you, when I connect to God and I completely align myself and I'm filled with love and joy, my eyes are like some of the damn prettiest fucking blue, man. They're beautiful. I got beautiful eyes. Um, so there's a saying that says the eyes are the window to the soul. Okay, if you know somebody, you get to know people. Pay attention to their damn eyes, man. They can tell you a lot about a person. Little tiny details, tiny fucking details about people. The truth is always, always, always present. Somebody can lie to you with their words, and somebody who's really good and lie to you with their body language and stuff. That's what we call poker face, or having that ability to conceal what's going on the inside. Okay, but no matter how good you are, the truth is always fucking there. When you complete this process in the Bible, it opens your heart and you can feel the truth. You don't have to be able to see it, you can feel it. Okay. Um, Now you also have a third eye. That will be open as well. So you'll be able to see the truth. And if you can't see it, somebody's hiding it or whatever, you'll be able to feel it. Feel it, see it, whatever. Those two things go together. When you see with your mind, it's not, your eyes play a part of it, but you're reading their body language and their movements, their words, their tone, their attitude, every tiny little detail. You're reading that with your eyes, and then it's all registering in your mind, and it's as if you can read their mind. You can read their mind, and you can feel their heart. And this is what it says in Revelations. After you complete one of the trials and tribulations, you will know the reins in the heart of people. Okay. Um, so I did. I completed it. I completed all of it once before, and then I fell away from God. I took a bite from a tree of knowledge. Went and I said, "Hey, I don't have to go straight out in the woods and be with God. I can go over here and see my fucking girlfriend that I haven't saw in fucking months in person. Ask her to marry me and have sex with her. We hadn't had sex in months. I was in fucking on probation in jail and on home confinement. She was in state custody and stuff, and we didn't get to see each other for like a year. So then I got off all that stuff, and then she come back home, and we began talking again. We was able to talk, texting and stuff like that through the phone, but we wasn't able to see each other. Well, she just lives, up the holler here. I don't know, 4 miles or something from me. Doesn't sound like much, but when you're walking through the woods, buddy, it took me, I left in the morning, and I didn't make it to her house the first day. I didn't make it there till the second day. See, because there's hollers, buddy. This state, West Virginia, it looks small on the map, or fairly, so it's not small, but it ain't big. There's as much land in West Virginia as there is in Texas, or maybe more if you flatten it out. Okay, so 4 miles is like goddamn 20 miles or something, dude. Walking up and down mountains and in and out of hollers, and okay, this ain't no flat land walking around here. And I walked barefoot. That's something I did when I was in the woods. I was barefoot, man. So that really allowed me to ground myself. I was grounded and very well connected to the earth. I had deep, deep feeling. I could feel the energy of animals and people and just life in general. Everything holds life inside of it, and I could feel energy from almost everything. I had a walking stick I carried around with me, and I loved that thing. I almost forgot it a couple times. I had to go out and get it. I still have it. And after I come back out of the woods, I went and had sex with her, and I was all right for the first week. I went off in the woods, and then I went back the next weekend and saw her and had more sex, and that fucking done me in, buddy. I tried going back out in the woods and finishing because I was going to go for a month, 30 days or something. I wanted to do at least 30 days. And after the second time I left her, I didn't even make it a day, and I just frustration built up inside of me, become aggravated and frustrated. It's like, what the hell am I doing here? I have no purpose in the fucking woods. I was a married man. At that time, I was a married man. I had no purpose in the woods. My purpose was at the house, being a husband. So I went back to the house. I started building a woodshed and working on things around the house and getting things ready here for when she was able to move in with me and stuff, you know. But anger, anger. I thought I'd purified all that out of me. You know, like it talks about in Revelations that you'll defeat evil for a time, for a period of like 1,000 years, and then it will come back, and you'll have to have a final battle with it there. Okay, so that's what that was. So I'm not going to run through all that shit again because I've talked about that in a lot of other videos. Trials and Tribulations talks about falling away from your first love and a false prophetess. Well, she was my false prophetess. I used to post shit on Facebook and talk about stuff, and she would type it all down and save it for me. I didn't even ask her to. I did ask her, and she was like, I'm already doing that. I swear to God, I would have thoughts about stuff, and she would just do it. So she was like a false prophetess to me. She was the spirit of Jezebel, it talks about in there, you know, lured me away and tempted me into sex, into bed. It says that God will punish her, all her babies will be killed with death until she repents of her sins. Okay, well, she's had multiple miscarriages with me, and then since she's left me, she had actually uterus issues. She was in the hospital back in July, you know, for issues, health issues down there, like something ruptured, you know. So bad shit there, dude. A lot of people think this shit's a joke. Life ain't no joke, man. It's fun. It's here for our pleasure. It's like it says in Revelations, it's all here for our pleasure, but it ain't no fucking joke. You don't just goddamn do what the fuck you want to do and trash it and be disrespectful or, you know, unappreciative of life. You got to appreciate it and be responsible with things. There are consequences, very, very serious consequences in this life. So, I gotta say I'm kind of running up onto an end. We're at 48 minutes and 9 seconds there. I almost like to run another hour, help 12 more minutes, but I don't know. I don't know what else I got. I know I could come up with something. I don't want to force anything though. I just want it to be right. I want it to be right. Whatever I do with this video, I want it to be right. Man, these damn things are, this puzzle's aggravating me, dude. I want to get this thing finished. So, okay, here's something. Let me tell you this. I come in here. I was going to make a video. You know, that's why I kind of got up and I was like, I had this stuff coming to me. I was like, well, I want to go make a video. And I come in here. I also was thinking about this puzzle a little bit. And I got to looking at it and I was like, so I was working on this before I went to bed and I was struggling. I got to a point where I wasn't getting shit done. And I come in here and I saw the puzzle. I was like, I'm gonna do some shit with the puzzle here. So one thing I did was organize some more pieces. Got these pieces organized here on the edges. And then I got to looking, and it was easy. It was so easy. I looked at what I'd already had together. There's some gaps in there where I was able to just kind of look at the shape of the pieces and the general color and figure out pretty easily and quickly where they went. So I was able to piece things together really quickly. I put like at least 5 pieces in, 5 or 6 pieces there. Just fairly easily, quickly. Normally, man, I gotta fucking look. I'll look at one goddamn piece for 10 minutes sometimes. I mean, I don't, fuck. Um, so I was able to piece all that shit together real quick, like. I took a break and I just relaxed. I went back there. I didn't think. I wasn't actively causing myself to think. I was allowing my mind to think. I don't shut my mind down. I let it do what it does. And that's why I have to be careful with it, because evil will slip in there and lead my thoughts into bad places. So I got to learn to recognize that and then discipline my mind, just like you would discipline a child. I say discipline, it's more of you see them kind of going off in the wrong direction, and you're like, well, no, no, no. You got to guide them back. You got to guide them, okay? You got to guide your thoughts. You got to learn to recognize when they're going the wrong direction and then guide them in the right direction, okay? And that takes a lot of goddamn practice. That's something I've been working on. Mindfulness. Been working on that for a year. Meditation, and hell, 2 years. I've been working on that for a while. Really over the last year since my ex left me is when I really was able to focus on myself and do the inner work, okay? While she was with me, she was my feminine side. She was my inner self, okay? So I was trying to cut at her and teach her, okay? So when she left me, it was like my heart. She was my heart. I was trying to straighten her out. When she left me, it's like my heart returned back to me, inside of me. All the damage, all the pain, all the hurt that I caused her come back in on me, okay? And now all that corruption and evil. So basically, when I went and married her, I could say that we had sex and my evil went into her. Her evil went into me. We kind of swapped evils there. Really, we didn't swap anything. I was the masculine side of her that she had been denying or had never got in touch with, never had a healthy relationship with in her life. She had bad relations with men and stuff. She was the feminine side of me that I never got in touch with, never had good relations with in my life. So when we had sex, we united, and then slowly over time, all of our demons come out. And I saw my demons in her and tried to cut them out of her and shape her up, which would have worked if I'd have done it the right way and we stayed together, old-fashioned kind of marriage. I could have shaped her up and she could have shaped me up. That's how it used to be. It used to work perfectly that way. People balanced one another out. But these days, we're becoming wholesome individuals, not wholesome partners or marriages, but wholesome individuals. Which is where Christ comes in there, the New Testament stuff. So she left and all that shit come back in me on my own heart. So then I had to do the inner work of straightening myself out. I remember telling her, I said, you can either let me straighten you out or life is going to straighten you out, and life is not nearly as nice as I am. And after she left and all that shit come back on me, it's like everything that I told her and the way I treated her, it's like life treated me that way, buddy. That's how God treated me. Okay. I left her. She cried in the bathroom by herself, and I was kind of a dick about it, man. I cried a lot of times, and it was as if God wasn't even there. He was there, just like I was there for her, and I told her I was, but she was afraid to come out and communicate with me. She was afraid to connect with me. I wanted her to, but she was afraid to. And so I was afraid. I went through that with God. I was afraid and terrified to connect with God because I was like, what the fuck, man? This woman is the reason that I even found you in the first place, that I found God. And now you're punishing me because I went to be with her, which was a lie. I was lying to myself. I didn't get punished because I went to be with her or because I wanted to be with her. I got punished because I wasn't patient. Instead of doing what I was supposed to do with God, with myself, and being patient and waiting to be with her, I went up there and just tried to fucking half-ass it. I asked her to marry me spiritually, but I didn't legally, in a worldly sense, marry her. So that's a half-ass job. That's a half-ass job that I done there with her. And that shit come back on me. Okay, it come back on me. I tried to find a loophole so that I could go up there and have sex with her. I had a fleshly desire. Um, so I was on the same exact path Christ was, and I done what Christ didn't do. I give in to temptation. Christ, that's why Christ is the man, right? Perfect. He did not give in to temptation. He's the one that did not give in to temptation. And there's lots and lots and lots of reasons for that. I mean, I'm not going to get into all that a whole hell of a lot, but I could say that's just because that was his purpose in life. It wasn't my purpose to do what he done. I remember saying that when I was connected to God. I said, Christ died for our sins. I don't have to do that. I have a different path in life. So it's not that Christ is better than me or better than anybody else or anybody is less than Christ. That's why I say I don't worship the man, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to do that. God is the goal. God is where you want to get to. Christ only come to show us how to get there. Was an example. If you want to follow Christ, that means you have to be an example too. That means you have to go on your own journey, your own trials and tribulations, and find God. You have to lose yourself, become destroyed, crucified. You will. You'll fucking die. I promise you. You'll die if you're on this path. And then you'll when that happens, you'll burst into millions of pieces, just like God when He created the world and the heavens and everything. He divided Himself. It's just exploded into millions of pieces. The Big Bang Theory, right? That's literally how I felt after I took LSD, and because I was healed and wholesome and healthy until she left me, till I saw her with another man. When I saw her with another man, I knew right then and there the connection me and her had was gone. Her connection was with somebody else. I lost that, my love. I lost my love. And it just ripped me into millions of pieces. I talked the Tao Te Ching. I didn't finish this in one of my other videos. It's an old spiritual book. Talks about how everything will break into 10,000 pieces, and then it will transcend back into one. Okay, well, this is the spiritual process. The Bible, the Tao Te Ching is extremely simple. It's a simple, small book that's incredibly powerful and wise. It's got like 81 verses in it. Okay, read it. If you never read it, read it, man. I promise you. So the Bible is the breaking down of the 10,000 things. That's why it is so complex. So the Tao Te Ching is feminine. We go from being children, being raised by a feminine nature and a woman, to entering into the masculine, where a man breaks everything down and teaches his children all the tiny details and specs of how to do anything. Mechanicking and carpentry, and we break math down into just tiny little fractions, and as much as we can, because the more detailed you are about things, the better work you can do, the better quality work you'll do, and the better life you will have. Okay, so this is a masculine teaching, but through breaking everything down into 10,000 things, eventually it transcends into one new wholesome being. Just like a sperm cell starts off one cell, and then it divides into 2 and 4 and 8, all the way up into billions of cells until it creates one wholesome little baby in there. Okay, and then the baby is born out and the process begins again. All right. So that's wonderful. We're at 59 minutes and 8 seconds. We got 50 seconds here I'm going to run through because I want to just do a nice even hour again. I done it last time. We'll do it again. That's a good wholesome number there. 1 hour. Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope you're watching this shit. Man, I got to get people watching this because between this video and the last 2 videos I made, big stuff. Going into the heart, the 4th chakra. That was all the LSD I was able to take. I just shit myself there. Yeah, not really. Farted a little bit. So this is it. I got to get through the heart. I got to get through the heart. This is the big journey here through the world, finding myself. Got to make the right choice this time and choose God and not temptation. I just passed an hour. I love you. Be good. Take care. And yeah, we'll see you next time with whatever else comes up.